Morning children, today we are going to see the eye defects. Okay, right? Coming to the topic, how many eye defects we have? Three eye defects are there: myopia, hypermetropia, presbyopia. Myopia means you can see near objects, can't see the far objects. Hypermetropia means you can see the far objects, can't see the near objects. Presbyopia means combination of these two. You can't see clear images of far objects and as well as nearer objects. So this sight is called nearsightedness. Why? Because you can see only near, right? So this is called far-sightedness. Other name. Why? Because you can see the only far image. So this I have no name. So this is a high structure we already seen. So now we have to see about the myopia defect. So coming to the myopia defect, already we know that a person who can see the nearsightedness. That means you can see the near objects but can't see the far objects. So for example, suppose if you take this one. So let me, this is our eye. So this is our eye lens. And these are ciliary muscles, okay, right? So now, so from the pupil, so this is this part we can take as a retina, right? From the pupil, you can take the principal axis. From the pupil, you can take the principal axis. So like this, principal axis. Okay, right. So next, coming to this one. So now you can take a object. So already we know that what is the minimum distance for distinct vision for every person. They can't see the image clearly before 25 cm, right? After 25 only, any healthy person, no defected person can see. If he doesn't have any defect also, he can see after 25 only, right? So that is called least distance for distinct vision. That point we can take as a L point. What is that? L. L means least distance for distinct vision. That means the distance between the pupil, that means pole, this is the pole we can take. So and L point is 25 cm. After this only we can see, right? So now, so take another point. This is the M point. What is M? I can explain later. Just see here. So now, if an object after M, so then suppose one object is here after M. So I am, for our easy understanding purpose, I am taking the parallel rays only. So then if the object is after M, then what will happen? Suppose a light ray is moving like this. First ray, and through this one, second ray. No deviation. Why? Because a line passing through the pole, no deviation. And the third ray. Then all these after converging, these are converging layers. These are meet at a point. See here where they are meet like this. That means they are meet before retina. This is the retina point. This outer surface. Actually, the retina is like this, right? For our easy convenience, I am drawing line up to this only. No need to draw like that one. It's enough. Just circuit shape is enough. So they are meet before the point. Then what will happen if they meet before the point? It can't clear. You can't get the clear image. Now second structure, same. Right. Now again lens, muscles. Okay, from the pupil you can take a which one? Principal axis. So bottom of this one same point L, same point M. Right? Now I can assume an object in between M and L. Suppose here some object is there. Okay? Right? So now I am taking some point object here. Then what will happen? The rays are moving like this. First ray. So from this one, second ray, and from this one, third ray. Many more rays will come, but for our understanding, I am taking only 3. Then what will happen? These are after converging, they are made like this. So here this one, and from the principal axis no deviation, so these are also meet here. So what will happen? They are meet on the retina. So meet on the retina means it can be clearly visible, right? So now you can see the remaining peaks. So I'm erasing this one. Now we can see the remaining pictures of this case. So again we can take the which one? Eye lens, and then eye figure. This is a rough diagram of eye. Okay, no need to draw the total. So now this is our eye lens, ciliary muscles to hold each one. So again from the principal axis only, this is the pole. You can take the pole. This is the first line, right? So now what is the first one? Minimum point, that is L. So and another point we are taking what? M. Correct? So here after M I am taking. Here between M and L I am taking. Now I am taking 8 M only. Here only I am taking the object. Then how it should be like this, we have to see. Object also taking here only. What will happen? So this is the structure. So first line through the principal and second line, third line. After converging, what will happen is how they will be look like. See here. So they are meet at this point. Here they are meeting. So again they are meet on the retina. After here I am taking parallel rays. That means object is somewhere here. I am taking the parallel rays from the object. Okay, right. Now with the after M also the rays are also from a point object. Suppose if this is a point object, again take this one. So simply you can draw this one. Again lens. So then what you have to draw? Principal axis. So then L place L only, M place M only. Right. So now I am taking the object after M as a point object. Then what will happen? The rays again like this only. First ray, and the middle one is the second ray, and this is the third ray. Then what will happen? These will be meet. How they will be meet? We have to see. So they are meeting like this. So now observe these pictures. So these are 4 types of picture I gave you. So this is our eye. This one is our eye. So this is the L point is nothing but least distance for distinct vision. L means it is at a distance of 25 cm. It should be applicable for all the person. Why? Because after 25 only we can see, right? So it is 60 degrees only, right? So then for this type of picture is available for a person who is having the defect myopia. Right? So now you can observe. No need to by heart, just you can remember about the pictures. See here now. After M, rays are coming. That means the rays are coming from where? From object, right? If they are coming from after M, they meet in front of the retina. So here, so you can see the clear image. It is possible to see the clear image here. Anything possible here? No, right? Before retina. Whenever the refracted rays meeting at the retina, then only it is possible, right? So it is not possible here. You can't see the image, right? But here what happened? Just see, they are fall on the retina, so you can see the clear image. Here also fall on the retina, you can see the clear image. But coming to here, before retina, can't see the clear image. From this one we can conclude, what is the after M? Here is after M, here also after M. So the rays are which is coming from after the M point, we can't see the image. That means the object, rays coming from after M means the object is placed after M. So if the object is placed after M point, he can't see the image clearly. But compared to these two, if the object is at M, that means the object is from the M, and if the object is in between M and L. Before L, nobody can see. Okay, right? So if the object is at M, we can see the clear image. If the object is between M and L, you can see the clear image. So from this one, what we can conclude that? So a person is able to see a near objects only. He can't see the far objects. Then he can suffering with a one defect. The defect is called myopia. Then here which point is key role? M point is key role. After this point, you can able to see the image? No, right? So that's why that is only maximum point you can see. Up to M only. Suppose me only a person suffering with a myopia defect. Then what happened? My L point is here. Suppose my M point is here. After this, I can't see, right? So that point, suppose this is a L point, this is a M point. After this, I can't see, right? So that's why this is for my vision. This is the maximum point, right? So that's why the point is called far point. M point is also called what? Far point. That means a distance point. After this, that means maximum point of vision for myopia defect. Let us assume me only the defected person. Then I can't see after this one. Here my L point is there. L is always for all person that is 25, right? So in between these two gaps only I will see the image. After this I can't see the image, right? So then what we have to do? I can't change my eyelids, right? I can't change the retina position. The position is same fixed 2.5 centimeter. The eyelids also fixed. Okay, from the birth only we are getting like that only. Then what we can do means you can change the object position. After M you can't see, right? But from M and between M and L, you can see or not? From M and before M, that means between M and L you can see the objects, right? So that's why what we have to do, we have to shift the object from after M to between M and L. It is possible to shift the object. Suppose if I want to see a hill point, or if I want to see a tree which is a large distance to me, then it is possible to pick up the tree and keep it in between M and L. It is not possible. So that's why we have to, what we have to do, we can't shift the object, we can shift the image of that object. Image of that object from that point to between M and L. Whichever objects are there after M, we can shift after M to between M and L. Here M position is there. After this point object, you have to shift M and L. Then this object is also visible. Here after M is there. If you shift this one, just observe Nana. If you shift this one to here, then automatically what happens? It can visible. If you shift after this point to in between this one, it is easier to visible. But what will happen? Objects you can't shift, right? What you have to shift? Its image you have to shift to here. Then this image, here we have to place the image, original image of this one. Then this image acts as the object for our lens. So this object image we have to shift here. Here we have to place the image. Then this image is act as a picture for, what is that object for our eyelid? Then it will meet on the retina. You can clear out that problem. How it can be done? Just simply see here. Just remember about the properties of concave lens and convex lens. Look at convex lens and concave lens. Convex lens we will get real image. What it do? It can do near objects is shifted to far objects. That means if any object is nearer to you, that image is changed to the far. That means the image position changed to far or distant. That is the property of convex lens. Then what is the property of concave lens? If you use the concave lens, far objects you can see as a nearer objects. In concave lens, far objects you can see as a nearer objects. In convex lens, you can see nearer objects, you can see as a far objects. If you use a binocular, you can observe this one. From one side, which has a small area, you can see there are larger objects there. If you reverse that one, from the larger area of the glasses, if you see, your in front of object also you can see later. That means far away, right? So that is the property of concave and convex lens. In convex lens, real image is found. What we have to do? Nearer, it postpone to far. But concave opposite, far postpone to nearer. So now tell me here which is suitable. What happened? Far away we are getting nearer, or we are shifting M to M and L object to the far. After M object we have to shift to the between M and L, or between M and L we have to shift to after. Which is correct? First one is correct, right? After M object we have to shift into M and L. That means forward object's image you have to shift into nearer. Then which type of lens we are using? Lens we are using, tell me, right? Very good. Concave lens we are using. What is the property of concave lens? Far images that can be visible to you as the nearer, right? So here I am using the concave lens. Then I can do the which one? This correction. This is called correction. So I am keeping these two pictures for you. So for easy understanding. So like this only. So then I am drawing the correction figure here. Just see here. Two pictures are same now. So just we have to give one more picture. Just see here. Right here I am drawing the correction picture. there the original picture is there. So this object image we have to shift into between M and L. Again same Nana. So just draw the which one your favorite eye and what is that one? Next lens and muscles. Okay, right? So now then what we have right now? So then simply principal axis. This is the pole. So again we have to know about the point L point and this is the M point. So this is the principal axis. So object is somewhere here. Then we take here object. Okay, right? Like this object is here. Okay, so this is we have to shift to M and L. Then what we can do means, so we have to use which type of lens we have to use? Concave lens. How it look like the concave lens? This only na. So what is the concave lens? So first I am drawing the concave lens ray diagram. How it should be like this? Just remember the concave lens. This is the pole. What you have to take? So whenever the light ray is falling like this, so after this one it is going like this, right? So moving this one, going like this. They are meted at this point? No, right? Then what you have to done for that one? You have to extend into back side. Then they are meted at some point. This point we call as a focal. This is only that is a picture. Otherwise, for your easy understanding, I am drawing again. So this is only the picture. How can you draw? So this one, this is going upside, this is going downside. Then where is the image is found? Its image is found whenever it is extended by back side. So they are meted at a point that is focal. This is the original picture of concave lens, right? This is only applied there. Just see there. Okay, I am keeping this one. I am removing this here. Erasing. Just see here now. So what you have to take? Simply take a concave lens in front of your eye. In front of your eye, concave lens, right? So as a spectacles, that is your glasses. So then, either object is there. What will happen? Just see here. So first they are falling like this. First ray, as like this first ray, and the middle ray, it is moving like this only on this one. Right, and third ray it is moving like this. Right. Then which lens is there here? Before convex, this is our original eye, right? This is using for our correction as a spectacle. So already you know the glasses, right? So glasses are like this, right? So like this glass are used. Both the glasses like this only. For myopia defect and hypermetropia, we have to use this one only. So that this is also one of the lens. Two sides open. The ray is entering like this, that is falling this one. So if I wear this one like this, what will happen? So first it is any object is entering into here up to this one. Then after this one, it is entering into my eyeball, right? So into my eye, right? First entering this one. After our eye. So some little bit gap is there. In this one it will be enter, right? So first which object I see that is falling on this lens only. That means here for defect correction, what we have to use? We have to use the concave lens, right? So it is whenever point is falling. What is that one already using it? It is going back, it is going back. No need to take this consideration. We want what? Image only, right? So image, where it is found? It is from back side. So what will happen means this image, this respected image is formed like this. Right? It is found here. This is the original object. So this is the original image. Like this it is formed. That means this total image is formed here. Right? Actually done from coming to here, this is going like this. One is going like this. One is going like this. Some even going to up to the front. But it is not important. So we have important which one? Only image. Right? So now over. This object image is formed. Now this image, the original object is here. Before that one, original object is there, that is going like this, it is formed in front of the retina. So you can't see. But now we are using one addition here. Concave lens we are using. This property is what? Forward to nearer. So it shifts the forward image to nearer. We use this one, it is falling like this one. So the image is formed here. So this is the original picture, right? So image is formed. Now this image is acts the object for our eyelids. Now you can draw the rays from this image. Rays from this image. How it will look like be? So this one only. So we can take this one. Just see here. So we can draw the image of that one by the direct method. So this one only, from here only we have to drawing. So this is the eye lens. So this is the first line. So then this is the second line. Then this is the third line. Clear? Now after refraction, they are meted on the retina. On the retina. Then problem is solved. Understood? The original like this. Whenever you are adding the concave lens property is divergent lens. So it extends the rays into the back side. So that means it shifts the forward. Whenever you are using the concave lens, you can see forward image as a near image. Then this object image is formed in between M and L. In between M and L or ATM. From M to L it is placed. Then what is the property of myopia different person? You can able to see the M and L positions, right? So now this object, here the small question is what means? This object image is act as the object to our eye lens. Before using this one, original object is not object. But after using this one, our eye feels that this is not object, this is the object. This image is the object, then this image acts as the object for our eye lens, then that is measured on the retina. Then you can clear up that vision. So that means that defect, then you can use this spectacle. Suppose if both the one, you can use the concave lens. Suppose I am suffering from myopia, then the data suggested me this one, then I can use this one, then it is visible. Before using this one, I can't visible, that is blurry image. Then whenever this one, it is falling on me and it is going back, and that is acted image and that is entering into my eye. So then that person can use the what is the lens. Whatever it may be, any glasses. For myopia also you can use this one. Hypermetropic also this one. So here concave lens. The type of lens is changed in the glasses frame. Okay, right? So now this is about the myopia. Understood? Once again repeat, you see here. Myopia means a person he can see near objects, but not far objects. It is also called nearsightedness. Why? Because you can see near only, right? Then L is the minimum distinct point. Already you can see the four pictures. After M you can't see. ATM between M and L you can see. Then what you have to do after M images, objects you can shift into between M and L. Object shifting is not possible, so that's why image shifting is possible by using a concave lens. Concave properties far images to near images. So that's why I am using a concave lens. It is shifted a far object to the nearer like this. And this nearer object image is act as a object for our original eye lens. Then it is beat on the retina. Your problem is solved. You can't change the retina position. You can't change the eye lens position, right? So that's why we can use the concave lens, right? So this side is called nearsightedness. This point is called. This is only maximum point. After that only you can see. So that way it is called as a far point. Far point. So this is about the myopia defect. So now for myopia defect, which type of focal length we have to use? Negative focal length or positive focal length? So in concave lens, always focal length is negative. Focal length is negative. So if you use the concave lens, that is a focal length is negative. That means if you use a negative focal length lenses, then it means the person is suffered with a myopia defect. That's it. Why? Because in concave lens, it is a virtual image is found, the focal length is negative. In the convex lens, it is a real image is found, the focal length is positive. Now we have to enter into another defect, the second one, that is called hypermetropia. Same like this, only a little bit change. They are exactly opposite now. That's it. Nothing to worry. So once again we draw the pictures. Okay. Already know that. What is this? What is this one? What is this one? Our eye. Great. So enough. This one is also enough in the examination also. So this is our lens. So then principal axis you can draw from the pole. Right. Again same. Here also we can use the minimum distinct point, that is L, and here I am taking the H point. Simple enough. In the case that is myopia, I am using the first letter of myopia M. In this case is a hypermetropia, I am using the first letter of this one, that is H. That's only okay, right? So indication. So now, okay, just observe the picture. After that we can discuss about this one. Suppose okay, like that we can see after H. Suppose any object is after H like this, then what will happen? Again you can take the parallel lines. First line, second line, third line. Then after merging, what will happen is you can see right? From after polony they will be start diverging. What is that? Converging after refraction. First picture is over. So coming to the second picture. again your eye lens. Then what is the next one? Okay, sorry. Eye, ciliary muscles, and principal axis through the pole. So as still you can write L should be here, same position you are understanding taking, and H. After H is over, then what is our case? From H we can take. After that, between H and L we can take. It's over, right? Before L we can't see. From H I am taking. What is from H I am taking? The object is here. Object is here. Then what will happen? Just see. From H only. So first straight. This is the second one, principal axis. This is the third one. Then after refraction, what will happen? After refraction, what will happen? We can see. Just see here. So it should be happening like this. Okay, right. Next, another picture. So same to same. Again, eye length. What is that our eye? So now I am taking the eye length, ciliary muscles. So from the principal axis, you can draw from the pole, pupil, you can draw the principal axis. For our eye lens, pupil is the pole. Okay, right. So the rays which are going from the pupil, they can't be deviated. So that's why they are entered and they are directly, refracted and entering into our eye. So then, what is the point? L point. So then, H point. After H over, from H over, between H and L we can take. So object is from between H and L. Then how it should like be? So the object is here. First ray and second ray. First ray and second ray. So these are one. So after refraction, what will happen? We have to see. So which one? So this is the picture. So this is the object here. Here only object. Here after this one, object is here. Right? So now observe these three pictures. It's enough. Okay. Now what do you observe? Here this is made on retina. So image is clear. Here also made on retina. Image is clear. Here they are made after retina. If they meet on the retina only, image is clear. Before retina, after retina, not clear. So here not clear. So then, in which one, what is the disability is there? Here not clear. Here it is clear. Here also it is clear. So in these two pictures, you can able to see image. There you can't see the image. So from this one, what we can conclude? In between H and L, any object is there. This person is unable to see the image clearly, right? Clear image only, you can see the image, but blur image you can see, not clear image. So that is only defect now, right? So if he can't see any images, not blur also, simply that one, then he called as a blind, okay, right? It is a defect, not blind. So defect means you can see, can't see clear image, over. From H, you can see image. After H also you can see image. Then, from which point you can see the images clearly? From before L, anybody know? Nobody can see the image. After L only see. From L, here you can't see, here you can't, here up to H you can't see. Why? Because it is posting after retina. Retina is here, but it is posting here. Retina here, but it is posting here. So that means they are mentioning there after retina. But H, from H it is meeting on the retina. After H also it is meeting on the retina. From where? From which point you can able to see the image? After H. Suppose this is the L point. Suppose this is the L point. Let me think about me only suffering with hypermetropia. So this is the L point, always 25 centimeter. So this is the H point. In between these 2 points, in my opinion, these 2 points I can see. But now I am a hypermetropia person. Suppose in these 2 points, what happened? I can't see. After this point only I can see. Then what is the minimum point for me? After this point, up to infinity, I can see. That means up to a large point also I can see. So that's why this point is called minimum point for me. That means near point for me. After this one, I can see. In between this one, I can't see. Then what I have to do to correct this one? The objects which are present between H and L, I can shift from here to after H. That means near point, near object, I can shift to the far object. So from this one, we can come to the hypermetropia is a defect in which a person is suffering from, what is that? He can't able to see the image. Simply, he can see the image, a far object. He he can't see the image of the near object. That means he can't see the near object. He can see the far objects only. After H only he can see. So that's why H is called minimum point. H is called what? Minimum point, or there M is called maximum point or near point. There that is called far point, right? So minimum point or near point. Then hypermeter we can see only what is the far distance only. That's why it is called far sightedness. Then how can you correct it one? Simple logic. This is over, this is over. We have to correct this one only, right? So then what you have to do now? So these objects, you have to shift from here to after H. From H to after H. That's it. That means this object image you have to shift from between H and L to after H. Then this image is act as the object for our original island. Then it is projected after retina to on the retina or probably saw. Then now tell me from nearer to far. That means near object, if you want to see as a far object, which lens we are using? Simply the opposite to the previous one. What is that? Convex lens. Okay, right? So for this correction you have to use the convex lens. Okay, let's see now. So that is a defected picture I am keeping like that only. So now we have to take care about the which one? For correction. Again draw the picture. Right? Next islands, ciliary muscles, and again principal axis through the pole. Right? Next L point. Next H point is here. Then which lens we have to use? We have to use the convex lens. So convex lens property is what? Converging lens. So simply convex lens you have to use. That means in our eye also convex lens, outside also convex lens. Both are convex lens only. So you have to use the convex lens. Okay, right? So then what will happen? Just see here. What will happen? The object is at middle of this one object. So rays are falling like this. So first they are entering into the which one? Convex lens like this. First ray, second ray, third ray. This is only in front of, right? So that's why it is entering into up to this. Then after this one, so the image is setting back from here to here. So the image is formed after H. The image is formed after H. Now this image is as per object for original or iris. Actually object is between H and L only, but these rays are focused first on not on the original iris, it is focused on the convex lens, which is used as your glass material. So in front of your eye. So then this image is formed as after H. Now this image is act as the original object for our eye lens. So then what will happen means, so this rays only we have to move into the that side like this. See here, first one, and the middle is always second, and the third one like this it is moving. Just see here, object is here falling on this one, the image is formed after H. Now this image is act as the original object and the rays are coming from this one and falling on our eye. So then the image is formed on the retina. Actually it should be formed here. Actually it should be formed here like that one, but it is shifted to up to this one. Why? Because the object from here to it is shifted to here, right? Object is shifted to here, so that's why this one also shifted from after retina to on the retina. The picture is clear. That means the defect is clear like this. Okay, right? So this is one. Now see here. We have to shift in between H and L to after H. Object is shifting is not possible, so that's why you have to shift the image only. So then from that one, what we have to use? You have to use the convex lens. Its property is near object you can see as a far object. So now this near object you can see as a shift as a far object by using convex lens. So that is falling on this one, that is sending back, and after H it will projected its image, and this image now act as the object for our original, and then they are measured on the retina. So this is the correction figure for the which one? Convex lens. So this is about the two defects, myopia and hypermetropia. Once again see this one. Hypermetropia is called farsightedness. You can see the far objects, not an object. You can draw those three pictures, and from that picture, after that picture, you can explain the matter. So then you can do the correction figure. Why? Because nearer to the far we can shift this one as a convex lens. So in convex lens, always image is a real image. So that's why this focal length is a positive one. This focal length is a positive one. So that's why it is a convex lens. Right? So this is about the hypermetropia defect. So you can draw the 4 pictures and explain the 4 pictures, and you get the easily 4 marks in the public examination. And coming to the last defect in our topic, so the universe, that is presbyopia. These two will be happen in any ages, as a child or in the middle age. Maximum children is suffering. Children or students are suffering with myopia, and the middle aged persons are suffering from hypermetropia. So for that one only, for children they are having the negative point. Who are using the glasses. If anybody having the glasses, they have to understand this one easily. So they are using the glasses. If their point is minus 0.5, minus 1.5, minus 2.5, like that means they are suffering with a sight of myopia. Why? Because F is negative for myopia and F is positive for hypermetropia. Why? Because it is concave lens and it's a convex lens. Convex lens is real image, so it is positive, right? Suppose any person, any students or any person, they are using glasses, their point should be positive. Plus 1, plus 1.5, plus 2, plus 2.5, plus 3, like that their point is written by doctor, then that means he is suffering with hypermetropia. Suppose if you observe any old people, they are having also same glasses, but in their glasses, so at this position, just observe this one, at this position, in the small position, at the down position, another glass is fixed. And otherwise, at the middle of this one, a small cutting is there. After the cutting, exactly the 50% above, one glass is there, 50% below, one glass is there. Here I am using the only one glass, okay? So that means either myopia defect, either hypermetropia. If it is a negative point, myopia, positive point, hypermetropia, okay, right? That's all. Suppose in the old people, you see that one, total lens is like this only, but at this bottom position, another glass is used, okay? Then another lens is used. Otherwise, for stylish purpose, they are using at the top one glass, at the bottom, one glass. For middle age person, if they are suffering with like that one, okay? So then this type of what is the defect is called presbyopia. Generally it should be happening in the old people only. Presbyopia. The next defect is the third defect, presbyopia. So for this one no need of picture. Why? Because the two pictures. A person who is having both defects, that means who doesn't have to see, who cannot have to see the foreign objects as well as near objects. That is, who is suffering with myopia defect and hypermetropia defect. That's why he is suffering with a defect of presbyopia. Then the pictures are same, both myopia and hypermetropia. No need to draw this one. This will be asked for only 2 marks. Okay, for our understanding purpose, I will explain you what is that means. So presbyopia is there. In this one, how we can correct? In this one, what are the two defects? Are myopia defect is there, hypermetropia is there. For myopia, we are using concave lens. For hypermetropia, we are using convex lens. Then, if you want to correct these defects, then what you have to use? You have to use the both the lenses. Why? Because both defects are there now. So that's why you have to use the both the lenses. Then what is the matter? So I am writing the chest mark here. Okay, right? Just assume this is the chest mark. Then in the old people, what happened? Like this is there. Then these shapes are there. The top one, this top area is having the one of the lens, and the bottom area having another lens. So this is one of the lens and this is another lens. This type will come. Nowadays they are look like this also. About this is a chest mark. That means this is the spectacles. Then a slide one is there. Above this one of the lens they are using. Below this one they are using another lens. Above this one, below this one. You didn't observe the slide one. Why? Because this lens and this lens they are joined. Okay. So above which lens we are using, below which lens are using. Simple logic. For above myopia defect correction lens is using, and the below you are using the hypermetropia correction figure you have to use. Then myopia defect, what is the concave lens? In this one convex lens. So here also concave lens and convex lens. CCL, CVL, not IBL. Okay, CCL and CVL. So CCL means concave lens. Simply myopia first, we have to use the first in the top one myopia. Hypermetropia, what is the hypermetropia next? We have to use the convex lens. So why they are using like that way? So that is also a small reason is there. concave lens is used for to see the which one myopia defect. You can't see the far objects, right? So if you want to see the far object, you have to open your eyes. You can see the upside. Okay, you can't see the eyes. If you want to see near object, you can see like this. So you can see the your eye is focused just near only. Suppose if you want to see the far object, your eye is focused like this. That means you can see the upside. So myopia person, he can't see the far. So if you want to see the far object, concave lens is used. Then where should the concave lens is used? At the top side. Why? Because you can see the far image like this, far object. But near object we can see like this. So that's why the bottom you can use the convex lens. If you use the reverse order, it should be very hard to that one. Why? Because if you want to see the larger distance, you can see like this. If you want to see the nearer distance, you can see like this. Then it will be have another one more defect. Neck defect will be come for it. Okay. So to avoid that one, they are using like this. Simply for larger distance, you can use it concave. Why? Because you can see the upside. So for shorter distance, for near object, you can see downside. So that's why they use convex lens. That's it. Okay. So this is about the defect. Our topic is finished. So this is about the total eye defects. So once I have video, myopia, hypermetropia and presbyopia. Myopia is the near, that is the far sightedness, and then presbyopia is the both defect. It is happening in the maximum old people. So this one is called bifocal lens. That is concave lens, convex lens. Here we are using the two lenses, so that's why it is called a bifocal lens. A small topic is left over, that is power of lens. A small topic, a 1 minute topic. Power of lens. In the name of the power of lens. So this is the defect. Suppose this is the L point. L point is fixed for all. So suppose I have defected by M point, defected with a myopia. My M point is here. My friend also myopia. His M point is here. Another friend is there. His M point is here. Another person is his M point is there. So like that is there. Suppose now we can take hypermetropia. L point is here. So my friend L point is H point is here. Another friend H here, H here, H here, like that, right? All the people doesn't have the H point is same position. So depending upon the H position, that means their focal length is varied. So depending upon the focal length, so they have to suggest a suitable lens. Just now we discussed about it. -1, -1.51, -2, -2.5. That number is indicates your actual value of defect. And the positive or negative. Positive means hypermetropia, negative means myopia, right? So that degree, that number is called degree. The degree of convergence or divergence of light rays falling on the retina due to our eyelids. The degree of convergence or divergence. Convergence means directly meaning, divergence means backside. The degree of convergence means convex lens. The degree of divergence means concave lens. Simply, the degree of convergence or divergence of light ray that is falling on retina due to our eye lens is called power of lens. Is called power of lens. So it is measured by a value which units are diopter. Its units are diopter. It is indicated by capital D. Power is indicated by, as usual, power. The first letter is P. The diopter, the first letter is G. So D means it's the units of power of lens. Power of lens means what? The degree of convergence or divergence of light rays is falling on the retina due to our eye lens. I think you understood, right? So now, so this power P formula is equals to nothing but this diopter is depending on which one focal length one, right? It is a little bit more, the focal length is more required. It is little bit nearer, the focal length is less. So this is 1 by M. Or otherwise, you can take another one also. P is equals 100 by M. 1 by M means it is in meters. The focal length is in meters. 100 by F formula if you use it, the F is in centimeter. Focal length is in centimeter, right? So in the examination, this will ask for one more question, a small problem. Just I will give you one more example for you, a small example. If a doctor suggests you any person to use the 5D lens, what is its focal length? What is the focal length of that lens? Then 5D means he has given what? Power. Then power formula is what? 100 by F. Maximum use the 100 by F formula only, you get easily. So 100 by F formula 100 by F. So simply what you can take, what is asking, what is F? So from this formula we can write reverse also. F is gone to here, P is coming to here. F is for 100 by P. Both are correct. Right? This denominator coming as a numerator, numerator coming as a denominator. F by 100 by P. Then what is asking? A doctor suggested to use a 5D lens for you. Then what is the focal length of that lens? Then focal length F is equals 100 by what is that 5D? 5. D is the unit. You don't need to write. Like what is that kgs? 100 kgs. You have to substitute only 100, not kg, right? Like that. So 5 anja 520. So simply 100 by F means in centimeter. The focal length used is how much? 20 centimeter. Right? So next. Same to same. If you are suffering with one defect and the myopia or hypermetropia, your focal length, the doctor suggested one lens for you. Its focal length is how much? 25 centimeter. Its focal length is 25 centimeter. Then what is the power of your lens? So then here what is given? First is the focal length given 25 centimeter. Then what is the power of lens? P is equal to how much? 100 by M. That is 100 by 25. 25 4 ja 100. So simply what is the power of lens? 4D. So this is about the 4D. Okay, right? Suppose this power of lens has given plus, that is a hypermetropia defect. Suppose this power of lens is a minor, that is a myopia defect. That's it. If you get focal length is positive, that is a hypermetropia defect. If you get focal length is negative, -1, so then that is a which one? Concave lens. So that's why that is a myopia defect. That's it. Like this problem will come only one formula. P is equal to 100 by F. What are they asking? P is equal to 100 by F or F is equal to 100 by P. The given value have substituted as a denominator. You get the remaining value. So always use the 100 by F only, not 1 by F. It will be a little bit confusing. If you use the 1 by F, you can write here meters. That's it. Whatever your answer be. So this is the topic. Okay, na? Right. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and share to your friend. If you have any doubts regarding this topic, please post on the comment box. Thank you.